And hello and welcome
Good
back
luck.
to Cold
Watch
Steel
and
4,
learn.
where I don't think I've ever seen this, so I'm just gonna get that out of the way now.
All right, let's do this. Blade of Darkness, cleave my foes. See you in Gehenna. Morphle, Slayer.
I like how they match his, like, S-Craft art folks. They don't do that very often, do they? At least it doesn't feel like they do.
You messed with the wrong guy.
Very nice. Yep, that was cool. He always has that cross theme to him. He always has that. So, it's not surprising that his is like that, at least. And so, I'm going to do a relatively short recording today, just for the sake of having something to go up on Saturday. And then, hopefully, Saturday itself, I'll play through the rest of the game.
I feel refreshed.
I don't know how much is left. You know. Should be interesting. So, in between episodes, I did go and set everyone up with a new setup. Everyone except, like, my main 4 here. I completely undid their stuff and changed up what they were. I just started from a conceptual level. A lot of them have a similar thing going on with them. But these 4, they're just more, what do you want to call it? More refined versions of what I already had. Maybe changed out a thing here or there. Reen is just like the best at everything he does. There's not a single wasted thing here. He has like so much fucking speed, while also having like nearly 50% evasion, nearly 20% crit, one of the strongest strength out of any of my guys, combined with having Minotaurus, which makes everything stronger, and Sirius to make all those evasion critical counterattacks really good. Just really good. Her, I think I might have swapped her up a little bit to bring her critical rate up to... No. I swapped her up a little bit to make her also quite evasive, 39%, and she still has that critical amount. As well as giving her the Woden, which should increase her critical even more, as she has high health. With a higher evasion means she won't get hurt quite as much. And she has a healing Master Quartz in the other one, so... also good. These 4 are definitely the ones I put the most effort into making as good as I could. For Altina, very similar to everything else. Very high arch strength, sort of self-replicating, or self-replenishing, EP, all that sort of fun stuff. Just hits like a freaking truck. I put some, I think I put a Still Blue on her maybe, to get her up more. Ash is also just hit. Also, I gave him quite a few things that... Or I gave him more stuff that increases break damage amount. Like this Rakan gem. So he'll hit really hard. He'll have that domination for increasing damage. And he'll break it a ton. He is just... like, whenever he goes and hits stuff, the domination in particular, it made grinding, like, U-material and whatnot really simple. It really did. Machias is the biggest deviation. I made Machias an evasion tank. I made Machias an evasion tank. I gave him Sirius, obviously, because he's got to have Sirius. Valhalla, which increases his evasion, as well as increasing HP to increase the physical damage related to all. Criticals based off evasion, high break damage along with that, as well as 59% evasion, and the ability to put insight on as well. He is oddly the one I went to and it's like, it's weird because Crow I used quite a bit, but he was one of the later ones for me to actually get to. Same with Emma too, oddly. I kept feeling myself like going to these other people and being like, I sort of want to do something weird with this guy. You know what? Let's do something weird with this guy. And I kept not going to, because how I do is basically I unequip everyone, I go one by one, I give them whatever makes sense for what I want to do, and I don't try to, like, say, hold back courts. So typically the ones I do last are the ones that are going to get the worst courts to try to achieve what I'm trying to have them do. But yeah, Machias is an evasion tank, and that's going to be fun. That's going to be so stupid and fun. For her, I think because I use the Magius. The idea was give her the critical, give her the KO up. Hopefully the HP drop is useful. Give her Scold to increase break damage, and then I gave her a bunch of different types of like stronger attack types, basically. A little bit more focus on attacking with Albion Wolf and having Silver Bell and Crescent Mirror, but also giving her Space, Fire, Wind to go along with the Water and Earth from the Master Quartz to give her a large variety of magic attacks. Crow, like I said, he was actually pretty sort of down the line in how I set him up. So he still has some good stuff here, but in general I went for somewhat, it hits sort of hard, has decent evasion, and can basically do a lot of sort of like freeze, speed break, that sort of stuff, while having the gloom for random ailments and stat down and whatnot. Very similar to what I had before. Sort of he's not really bad at anything sort of setup, except maybe like art attacking and whatnot. But he has a good variety to just do what you want. He's not too fast. I think he's not as fast as he was before for how I had him set up, but in general, the game gave me a lot of accessories with good evasion and speed up. So I found myself trying to find excuses to use them, and I think for Crow, that's a lot of where that evasion comes from. Yuna, as you can see, she has over double Crow, who already has like almost double most of these other people in terms of HP, and she had now, like I did in the first game, she now has 55,000 health, basically. I could probably make it go higher, but if you combine that with Aegis, which is the tanking quartz, basically, and she gets Reflect, and this, which damage received goes down as HP drops, you know, which is also always very good. Yeah, she's got a lot of shit going on for her. Mainly, I try to get her HP up. The thing about Trails is I do find that typically what makes the most sense on a character is you typically want to give them a specialty, then just triple, quadruple down on that specialty. Because that sort of makes each character, especially when you can bring around like fucking like 7 or 8 of them at a time, they're all just tools in the toolbox, and you grab them out and you have them do what you want them to do at that point. And it makes you very flexible to approach it like that. I think that's the best way to strategize in Trails. Unless you want to just sort of like do janky mechanics to do bullshit. I don't care about that. I've never cared to try to basically exploit mechanics. I'm sure I have exploited and am exploiting mechanics in these, but none of them were set up with that in mind, at the very least. Kurt, I went with the more typical setup I have for him, with sort of like how Crow's set up, but, you know, better. Honestly, New Class 7 is the group I tend to go to and set up first, usually when I set them up. So he got a lot of good ones. He is someone who will be hitting with a lot of stats and stuff going down, and abnormal stasis inflicted on blows last one more turn. Both of these are last one more turn, so 2 more turns, so he should be really good at being that exactly what you want him to be then. So, while also having good strength, good speed, he's just overall very good. Combine that with his crafts, typically his line craft having like blind on it and stuff like that, he's just very good at doing that job, and I've always found him to be very good at that. Musei, she's still a healer. What can I say? There isn't really much more to say about that. I focus more on giving her space arts to go along with all that. Oh my goodness, this is 1 experience from going to 10. I didn't notice that. That is amazing. Obviously you can do that, but... Wow, okay. You know. I don't think any... Ooh. I have 2 that are 1 experience from going to 10. Oh, do I have that set up on anyone? I don't know. 3. Man, I must have 4, 5. That is... I have 5 that are 1 experience from going to 10. Just where I happen to stop. They must have all been getting the exact same amount of experience from the same point. They were just set up in the same amount. They must have been. And I just happened to stop at this point. Interesting. Elisa. I think she might have been the last one I sent him. I don't remember actually having... I gave her... She can absorb magic. I think I tried to do something similar to what I had on her before. Basically. Time and fire attacks. And she was the last one I set up, and I still had one of these, fuck, what were these even called again? The special quartz? I'm forgetting the name. I still had that left over because I didn't find anywhere else that I thought it would be good to put on people. But yeah. Hers is fairly straightforward. Time and fire attacker with the appropriate quartz to make that work a little bit better. Elliot was a weird one. I made him more healing, but at the same time, I made him sort of a mini evasion tank. So, okay. This is what Elliot has. Magic attack. Magic attack evasion, 28%. 43%. 63%. Then... I said 63%, right? 75%. 91% magic evasion. I made... I made Elliot a magic evasion tank. Yes, he is. Yes, he can. And he doesn't have horrible... I was originally going to make him like a cross magic evasion and normal evasion, while also healing. Sort of like a support evasion tank sort of thing. But then I noticed I could get his magic evasion up really high. And I was like, oh, I'm doing that. And he still has 27% evasion, so that's still pretty good. Laura, I made her hit hard. She has the highest strength out of all of them by a good margin, while also having Valhalla to increase physical attack, while also having this, which will give her strength up at the beginning and get her reduces delay after an S-craft. Okay, yeah, that was the idea. I wanted to make her she can hit S-crafts really quickly with less delay if I wanted to. I'm trying to remember, did I properly give her... I don't think I made her a CP battery S-craft machine like I have... Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't make her an S-craft battery. I made her so that she can act. She can go for an S-craft, hit really hard, and then come back relatively quickly compared to everything. Because it's not like I have domination on her, which increases delay in its own right, too. So just, yeah, she hits really fucking hard. Eustace... Similar idea to what I had before. Basically, I gave him Water, Ocean Bell, then also Oberon and Storm Bell, and EP Cut, and a lot of EP. I made it so that he has a very low EP percentage, because it's 40% and 30%, while also having cast and having high offensive damage. So I basically used a combination of the consumed EP going up. Instead of having it self-replenishing, I made it so that he had the massive amount of EP cut. So it increases, but it might be around to what it normally is, while also getting that 95% boost. While also having this whole thing, which also has evades magic attack 25%. Would that actually be better? No, it wouldn't. That's okay. But yeah, I thought that was pretty good for him. Very similar setup to what I had before. Basically, I should be able to hit really quickly with wind arts, while also having the option to go off to water if that's a better option, or this if I'm really out of options for hitting with good effectivity. Fee, I sort of try to make... What did I try to do with her again? I put Sirius on. I thought I tried to make her sort of a... No. That ended up being Sarah. I don't know. No. Oh, Fee, I tried to make really fast. That was it. I tried to make Fee really, really fucking fast. She still has good evasion and whatnot, and I gave her evasion, but I made her really fast because she's like 235. And then she's also good with this other stuff for evasion and all that sort of fun stuff. Yeah, that about sums it up. Gaius, I stuck with the whole high defense, and he also has a Grail Thalis in order to increase people's 200% HP, which I actually thought was a really good combination with him, because he has his craft that sacrifices health for CP. So that's actually a really good combination, because if he uses 40% of his health and he heals everyone to 200%, that gives him 4 just free 80 before he's actually in like a dangerous zone HP wise, right? While also having really good defense, and even in the danger zone, you also have this one, which decreases the damage by 90% when it gets there. So, yeah, he's not too strong, but he is just a tank at the moment. Sarah, like I sort of mentioned before, I set her up to be sort of a mini Duvalie in her setup. Gungnir got CP up, then Woden will give that extra 14% crit on top of that 40%, while also giving some I gave him some stuff, some stuff to make her strength go up, and because I think move is basically because I needed something from wind, and it's like, okay, high movement, that doesn't seem bad for someone with high crit. And now we get into the guest characters. Angelica, she actually was the last one I did. Okay, so all these guest characters I think were the actual last ones I did. I gave her Sophia because, you know, if I have to use her, she better come back alive and be useful, at least a little bit. That is the just fallback for if you don't really have a strategy with the character. And outside of that, I think I just gave her anything that seemed even remotely useful, which wasn't much of them. Just whatever I had left. Sharon, I think I also gave Sophia for the same way, that I'm not really planning to use her. But if I do have to use her, she better live long enough for me to actually use her, basically. I gave her basically everything that increased speed and strength to try to make her so that she could hit a little bit hard, while also, you know, moving relatively quickly. Again, these support ones I didn't, were basically the leftovers. Her, I figured, let's just make her sort of a half healer, half support, and just what was left over. Randy, I think I put a bit more effort into trying to replicate the break damage build I had on him before, where his whole thing on his previous build was that he hits hard and he does a lot of break damage. So I tried to replicate that, and I think I did a fairly decent job of it. Especially with the S-Craft thing in his regular CX. So, those are my setups. I assume I will have to use everyone at some point, because if I don't, I'll actually be sort of disappointed in the game. Because that seems like the exact sort of thing you'd want to do in this game. Okay. Oh. This is selectable? I did not even realize. Okay. I don't know anything more to do, but I did save the game at least, so if I really need to come back, I can come back. All finished with your final special ops missions. Act now or forever hold your peace. If you're ready, shall we wait for the operation to commence? Oh, was there... Anything I forgot to do? Did I just forget to do this, maybe?
Tell me of your glory.
Did I report that? Like, I already got the max
Not bad
mount,
at
but I
all.
wasn't...
Ciao for...
I wasn't sure if I reported that last, like, optional quest there. Okay, well... Oh my god! Why is that so easily accidentally, selectable? Okay, now, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I will regret everything! Let's go! Understood. Oh, it's gonna do it for me anyway.
You've certainly outdone yourself.
Ah, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. I guess I did everything. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. At last, the clock finally struck 11. Those leaving the Nonsense 2 split their ranks among 5 ships. If I don't get to use Jubilee in the final battle, I'll actually be sort of annoyed. If they don't, like, come back and help us and all this shit going down. I wonder how many of them will actually be playable. We did get Tova recently. They soon set off throughout the Empire to infiltrate their respective salt pails. One for each team. Meanwhile, the Nonsensu headed for the capital, its destination the Imperial Fortress. And not long after, the fatal hour for the Empire, for the entire world, was finally at hand.
Five minutes to go.
He's clicking the same button over and over again with some of those keystrokes.
Yeah. I'll bring up a display of all the different fronts and transmit it to everyone in real time.
I hope the rest of the game is voiced. It feels like that would be justified. Oh, should he be up for this? No, not sure this is. He almost forgot. He came over. No, I didn't forget that the wall was today. It's funny. As soon as this is settled again, how many of these people will go back to being enemies? They're really making good use of that whole map graphic that they've been using throughout the series. That's a lot of armor divisions. There are 19 armor divisions. I did not know there was 19 of them. At least. Mirage is basically just a coordination between a bunch of armies, so... 20 armored aviation divisions, interesting. I guess 19 probably isn't that big of a number, but considering how big each individual one felt, 19 feels like a lot. Then again, 350,000. Forward fronts. Oh, no. Get out of there, little sheepy. Kais did say that he got his family to a safe area, so... Well, the people from his village to a safe area. So I feel like Cassius predicted the numbers at each one and spread them out as evenly as he could, right? I like how it's going up minute by minute. That is... Croix in front. Croix in front. Interesting. Is there a border here? Okay, there. Okay. Okay, I get that now. Just the southern border relative to, but still north of Liberal. That's probably one the cavalry could win. They're typically very good in air combat, right? Then again, like Gigantos. Oh, that feels like, oh. What was the number for Erebonia? Feels like that was significantly higher in this case. Oh. Right, okay, but where are they fighting? That's a relevant thing. I'm curious who's going to get caught up in it. Zeiss. That's a fighting point. Where are they confronting them here? Interesting. Man, they're actually sending people around here. Hey, there's ruin. Is this Liberal's responsibility to confront, or is this gonna be Calvert? Probably Calvert, right? But there wasn't anyone to deal with that one. Are they letting that one get through? Ooh. They do a good job of using like the visual effect to sort of obscure like the differences in art style that's been there over the years and make everything really sort of feel like it fits. I am losing track of stuff. There's just a lot of it going on. There are just a lot of fronts and a lot of moving parts. $1,500 individuals are taking part in... Oh, interesting. There are a lot of familiar faces there. Oh my goodness. They're just trying to take roll call now, aren't they? Oh my. $3,000. Every single... We are on the fuck... Oh my goodness. We're on the receiving end of numbers on every single front, eh? Ooh. It does feel like a losing battle. It really does. It looks like Crossbell's the main front then?
Now, let us begin.
It's now time. All units, stand by for orders.
Commence Operation Jormungand! All squads, advance!
Begin Operation Meal Mirage. Fan out and intercept the enemy. We need to stop their advance.
And the first shot? Holy shit. Those things alone feel like they could turn the tide of a battle. They already have the numbers. I wonder if there's anyone we'd recognize in the Erebonian troops. Any of the people we've seen that they'd like specifically use their model so we could recognize them. So we can assume people have already died, right? In the course of this cutscene alone, right? Let's see if they're willing to show someone gets shot. Someone go down. Someone go down. Come on. I will know. Oh, people on the ground. I was gonna say I will know. It seems like they have terrible aim. Who is... Okay. I guess the two soldats that were flanking it just made it seem special because they have sort of like more unique designs relative to... Oh! Man, that would be depressing. I guess, demotivating. Tank took out a plane. That looked like it got shot by a tank from below, at least. Based on the previous shot based on the previous image they used of that happening. Ooh, I see a hawk. Uh-oh. Don't you ram it. Don't you take my idea. Sort of looked like they were about to ram it into something. They're going down, so... Okay, so he's now being ignored. I was just wondering how much we are going to watch that go down in depth.
Both operations are now underway. Ground forces have engaged on the borders of Crossbell and of Nord. The Imperial Army's advances into Liberl and Remetheria have come to a halt.
It's as we thought.
Olivier,
Right. Commence Operation Shining Steel. All ships infiltrate the salt pails.
Aye, aye, Captain.
This is a hell of a scale. They're not going to come back to doing this level of scale in the series for a long time, I think. So how do they get inside? Are those like little portals on the side? Again, I'm super curious, are they actually going to go inside, or is it going to be like the towers in Liberl, where it's like an extra space that they jump into, extra dimension they jump into?
Space-time distortion! Dead ahead! A phase space expansion. It's just like the Azure Tree. Teleport in now, just like we planned. Understood.
May Avios protect you. We'll provide support from here.
Ha ha! Go forth! Show me that glorious beauty brimming within you!
To victory!
Right!
I'm so proud of how far our teleporting tech has come. Or capabilities. I'm so proud. Now we just need to use it in a battle. We need someone whose like entire battle style is like teleport-based evasion. Oh, that would be so cool. That needs to be a thing. Oh, that needs to be a thing. They're going more action-orientated too. That needs to be a thing.
So this is what it's like inside. It almost reminds me of Phantasma.
It has the eyes moving around on this too. Huh. Did they modify them? I know they said they weren't doing like the salt pail effect that we saw in Northumbria, but what does that make a salt pail then, if they're capable of being altered like that? It does look like we're... I don't even know if we're in the inside. This could be in the inside, but it doesn't look as alien as the outside did. It looks like there's actual, like, architecture here.
The war might have already reached Liberl by now.
What's that in the background, by the way? It looks like little rain droplets? Or like snow? Or like saliva dripping? Drool, maybe? Are we literally in the belly of a beast right now?
Yeah. Dad won't be able to buy us much more time.
Can you feel the ominous tension in the air? There's definitely something protecting this place.
All we gotta do is go kick its ass and take out that barrier. You ready, Tita?
Yeah, let's go.
We gonna jump into them, or are we gonna see everyone? Ah, this is gonna be like a team thing where we switch between all the teams, isn't it? Hell yeah.
Special support section. Move out! We need to stop this war. It's the first step toward taking back Crossbell's freedom.
Yep, making sure it doesn't just blow up would be a pretty good way to ensure it can get freedom.
Right. Everything we've worked so hard for will go to waste if we don't succeed here.
We'll take care of this so fast, Sonia and Mario won't have to lift a finger. Let's show them how the special support section gets it done.
Roger, Wilco. Take care, Kia. I will!
Now the weird group.
The Salt Pail, a creation of the Beyond. It is high time these anomalies were removed from our world.
Yes. I will break through any obstacle to open a path for my lady.
A creation of the Beyond. Define Beyond?
I remember you using a hammer back during our field exercises. Can't wait to see what that combat shell of yours can do. I'm counting on you, George.
Right. You got it, Angie.
Any other groups? Are we gonna control all of them? I'd love if we controlled all of them. Oh, right. How did I forget about Jubilee's group?
May my lord's will guide my blade. I'll use it to carve out a new path for Reen and the others.
Well said. We Skull Ritter stand united by a single purpose.
Though it seems some of us have some more personal reasons.
Nonsense!
Oh, come on! Give me the love option if you're going to fucking tease it like that, even after the fact!
This one's for the boss.
Fee and the others as well.
Viscount Arcade also had a group, yeah. Anyone here that makes it seem like... Well, we got Tovolda, and we've had Aurelia before.
Further words are unnecessary. Let us begin.
Yes. Understood, Master.
You two seem fired up. Maybe we'll just sit back and watch.
I'm pretty sure we need you on the front lines too. All right, let's get going.
Have the 5 teams explore the salt pails. And, the order's up to you, but once you select a team, you'll need to complete their route before moving on. Only certain characters will be controllable and available for selection as a team leader. Basic, okay, that makes sense. Not since 2 crew members such as Toa or Sherazard will be supporting each team remotely. Oh. I can't switch them between the teams, but... interesting. Well... This actually makes the most sense, because I have her sort of set up as a healer. I mean, I don't want Angie to be the team leader. I honestly don't. I'm good with the rest of the team leaders, though. It's not like any of the other options matter. Because it's just support and not support. So once I get a route, I'll have to start that route instead. Okay. Let's go from most boring to least boring. That is not a team leader. I guess it's gotta be Sharon then. Okay. I'm probably not gonna go. I'm probably gonna go through all these next time. What is that? Is that salt? Is that supposed to be salt? It does have a little flaky nature to what they have. Huh. That is the thing that. Oh, okay. Oh, it's moving. It does sort of seem like that could be meant to represent salt. It looks more like sand, but salt probably wouldn't be too different in a large quantity. Okay. So, I think I'm going to leave it there for today, just to have a good cutoff point. But I'm also going to be posting a bunch of this in the future, so being a little on the shorter side and the fact that I had like an hour-and-a-half episode relatively recently, I think that should be fine. So, my plan is to run forward with this tomorrow, but for now I need to end this and edit it so it can go up for tomorrow. So, I'll see you all next time as we go into the salt bales.
Very well.
Sharon, you don't need to seem so disappointed by it. You don't need to be the voice of the audience. Then again, you guys probably don't care, yeah? You don't care? Okay, I'm just convincing myself? Okay. Well, I'll see y'all next time. Drive safely, everyone.